on. Geez, not this again. That's the one. Not another one. Oh, gotcha. The most annoying thing is to wake up in the middle of the night and have these guys bleeping off right first thing at 4 a.m. in the morning. You quickly realize that you've got no choice but to replace them all. Bam! The next question to ask is, what are you going to replace these guys with? What do you do? Just what do you do? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put some new nests in. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th. These are not only smoke alarms, but also carbon monoxide alarms. Now for the open box. Let's see what we have in here. Manuals. Toss them. Here is the device itself. We've got mounting instructions and mounting devices. The cord that goes to the main line. Some of these Dumofishies to get the wiring secure. And mounting screws for everywhere. Well, you get the idea. Go in here and mount to the ceiling. Alright. Now for the installation. So the first thing we're going to do is line these guys up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And whoops, I forgot about number 6. It's actually a battery type. Actually works very well. These things, I've had these in homes for about 3 years and they've worked great. So we've got our first one, and then we're going to line them up as I go. Here we go. I'm going to collect the wires here, along with a couple of screws. I'm going to make some containers for that. You only really need 2 of the screws that come in the package, and you need a couple of these. As I said before, you don't need this stuff really. This can be found on the internet. This is all only in instruction guides and some details about the product. Not enough to make you happy really. So put those right there. Sort of just toss the box aside. Put these on the side there. Alright, so we've got all that straight. You can see what's going on here. You've got your lines right there, mounts right there, and all of that there, screws and everything. Now we just got to get rid of this mess before my wife comes home. Alright, so what we're doing here is labeling each Nest Protect according to the room that it's going into. And I like to do this because it saves a lot of time and energy on deciding which one goes where, and also helps you identify, well, which one goes where. Alright, so now on to the syncing of the devices to the phone. Let's get into the Nest app first. Bam. And what we'll do is add a product. And to add a product, you'll see this here, and connect the QR code there and get right up into the setup. We've already woken these guys up, so they should be all right. We'll wake up on this third one here, and I'll show you what that's all about. So we're gonna put this one in the mechanical room, and I want it to say a name. Yeah, I want it to say, let's have it say basement. And we've woken it up, so we're gonna connect it next. Connecting to the mechanical room. Okay, we were looking for Wi-Fi networks now, and we're gonna select Radio Cajun NetNick, and I'll type in my password there. You won't see this, ha ha ha. And finishing up. Sweet. All done.
Connected.
We'll label that one mechanical room here and place it right there. I'm going to remind you to be patient with these guys. They do take some time to set up. All right, finally.
Connected.
Looks like we're finishing out. We're all connected. Yay! So we're going to move on to the next one. As you can see, this one still has its wake up tab in here. And what we'll do is we'll have to pull that out at the right time, and I'll show you exactly when to do that. And we'll add another Nest product. Scan that QR code. Sweet. Click on next. This one we're going to call the master bedroom. And that's going to use the mechanical room to connect it. Ask us to wake it up. We're going to wake it up. Be careful when pulling
from
these
Nest.
things out.
Hola, saludos de Nest.
Sometimes they cut.
Press the button now
get
for
stuck
English.
inside the device.
Para español, presione el botón ahora. Press the button now for English.
I'm going for English this time around.
Ready. Press to test.
And we're connecting to this guy. And I'll label it as I go. Master bed. They do take a little while to set up.
Connected. Hi from Nest.
Yeah.
Press to test.
Boom. Lighting system. This is the, what's it called? Path light. And what it does is it turns it on whenever you're walking under it. And you only want that in rooms that you're not sleeping in, because whenever you're sleeping, if you turn it on, well, that's not a good deal. And next thing we're going to do is install the Nest product. Yay. And you can run safety checkups, which we'll do in the end. And you got a setup complete. And then you can see they're all right here, labeled accordingly. And you can see them all right here. And it's funny because they're all yellow. That means they're out of battery or out of power. And what we're going to do is connect them all to power. And as we connect them to power, they'll turn green one by one. And the only reason the mechanical room is green right now is because it is a battery operated device. All right, now that we've got these guys connected and labeled, we're going to prepare the mounts. What do we need to do that? That's right, the handy dandy tool belt. All right. So to install these guys, first thing you're going to need is a ladder, a drill, and if you're fortunate enough to have one of these sexy guys, a belt. That's enough of that. What I like to do as well is to put all my screws here, collect those, put them in my bag here. These belts are not only safe, helps keep everything intact, but it also provides a convenience factor that is pretty rad. And there that one goes. Hello. You don't even need a ladder for this one. Sometimes you gotta pull and then twist. Now we're talking. That's it. Hello. So I noticed something different. This one has a yellow wire connected to the red wire. I wouldn't worry about that. Same thing. Let's move on. Now, I hope you notice that I'm not using any of the screws, that the product came with, because I'm just reusing the old screws here, which works a lot better. These fell out and had to pick them up, put them back in. Not a big deal. They work great and they attach well to these devices because they have different styles of widths, or different, so I say just different widths where they connect. And they get wider and wider and wider there, so where you can connect them to any outlet or outlet interface here. And to install one of these guys, all you're going to need to do is grab this line right here and then plug it in. You'll see a green light show up right there. Then you can line it up. Straighten her out. I promise you that's straight. Now that we're all done here, we just need to verify that these things are working. What we do is get back into the phone, get into the Nest app, and as you can see, we've got verification that all of them are green and they're all receiving power. Excellent day. It says everything is okay. All right, guys, now that we're all done, go ahead and click on the like and subscribe button if you like what you saw. Leave any comments below and I'll be glad to answer your questions. Bright House out.